Hello and welcome to A Week in Trucks. This week we drive the brand new Toyota Hilux, we send some rookies out driving trucks, and we don't drive some Scanias and Volvos. They're autonomous. I can think of at least 5 new pickup trucks that are going to be launched this year, but there's one that's of more interest than most. The Toyota Hilux has a formidable reputation as the toughest truck going, and Toyota now reckon they've made it even stronger by increasing torsional rigidity by 20%. To check just how tough it is, we drive it down a mountain and through the desert in Namibia. Welcome to A Week in Trucks from Namibia. I'm in the new Toyota Hilux and I'm currently descending a rather steep hill in a pickup truck. And I must say, it's a little bit crazy. So this is the all-new Toyota Hilux. It's now got a 2.4 litre engine. We've got 150 horsepower and 400 newton meters of torque. I'm currently going down in low range, in first gear, with hill descent control on, and it's really quite easy. I've got no feet on the pedals at all. I could even pick them up and wave them at you if you wanted, but I won't subject you to that. But the electronics in this are absolutely brilliant. We're just about to begin a fairly long ascent. And it's very rocky, but not too challenging for the time being. I once read in a Victorian book about motoring that there's nothing more rewarding than a good first gear hill climb, and on this surface, they're not wrong. So as you probably know, the Hilux is the best-selling pickup truck in the UK, and the UK is also the biggest market for this in Europe. So it's quite an important vehicle. And I must say, compared to the other vehicles that have just been redone, like the Mitsubishi L200, the Nissan Navara, this is right up there. We've also been testing these on some sand dunes yesterday, and a few did get stuck, but the Hilux is really good in all these conditions. It's got everything you'd need. It's lovely interior, full leather seats, very nice solid steering wheel. It's a very big improvement. I found a friend. You probably might be able to hear them. Namibia is an absolutely stunning country, and that was certainly one of the most memorable vehicle launches I've been on. But the Toyota really impressed me. On paper though, the lower capacity engine could be a bit of a problem for them, as 60% of their sales came from the 3 litre. The new 2.4 though does have more torque than that engine. Sales will begin in July, when Toyota will also have uprated the towing capacity to 3.5 tonnes for UK models. You can find out more about the new Hilux over on vanadvisor.com. Over the past year, we've been involved in a couple of driverless truck trials in America and on German autobahns. They've been of level 3 autonomous trucks. That means they still require a driver in the seat. Last month though, in Sweden, we saw something that's completely changed the way we think about driverless trucks, because there was no driver.
I'm in a disused nuclear bunker somewhere in Sweden, and I'm about to sit in the passenger seat of a level 4 autonomous truck. This will be interesting. To be honest, driving underground in the dark all afternoon really wasn't as exciting as I'd hoped, but it was certainly interesting. Volvo has developed a totally driverless truck that's capable of working in mines. It simply follows a set route all day, and because there's no driver, it can travel into areas that are too dangerous for humans, perhaps due to poisonous gases or falling rock. The concept could also be used in quarries or ports. Scania's version replicated an open-cast mining operation, where the trucks engaged in traditional A to B material transport. Unlike Volvo's system, the Scania didn't follow a predetermined route and instead picked its way around the site, automatically avoiding obstacles. The beauty of running both of these trucks off-highway is that no changes in legislation are required.
That's pretty cool stuff, but I'm not quite sure I'm comfortable being driven around by a computer just yet. Anyway, does it remind you of anything? We recently found out that 2 of our team had never actually driven a truck before. Instead of firing them on the spot, we sent them along to our friends at DAF to drive a fully loaded XF and a CF tipper.
Hi, I'm Chris Drees. I'm the Group News Editor on Commercial Motor. I'm here at Millbrook Testing Ground. We're at the DAF Experience Day. Very excited because, as you can see, I'm going to get loose on some of these trucks later. And confession here, not actually driven a truck before.
Hi, I'm Grace and I work behind the scenes at Commercial Motor, laying out the pages. I have never driven a truck before, and a year ago I knew absolutely nothing about trucks, but today I had to go in a tipper and it was super fun.
I had a fantastic time. I've driven a XF, not fully laden, but with a trailer at 41 tonnes on the road circuit, and just taken a CF for its paces on the off-road track. And I have to say, you know, for a first time man behind the wheel, the technology on these trucks is amazing. Thanks to Mandy and thanks to Mark, the trainers that have kept me on the straight and narrow. And that's it from me, Chris Drees, signing off for a week in trucks.
We couldn't actually film too much of those guys driving because the track that they were on is used by a whole range of manufacturers to test new vehicles. But from what I saw, I think they did quite well, especially Grace, who doesn't even have a car licence. Anyway, I'm pleased to say they both kept their jobs. It's nearly time for the Oscars of the road transport industry, the Motor Transport Awards, and a week in trucks has been behind the scenes at the judging process to find out how it's all done. Filmed at a secret location just off the M6 in a conference room in a Hilton hotel near Leicester, the judging process takes 2 days and involves more than 60 industry experts judging 20 categories. The glamorous awards evening will be held on the 6th of July at the Grosvenor House Hotel in London, and a week in trucks will be reporting from behind the scenes. We're going to try some politics now. It's not always something that goes down particularly well in the road transport sector, but at last month's TIPEX event, Andy Salter took the opportunity to speak to Andrew Jones, who is a Parliamentary Undersecretary of the State in the Department for Transport and MP for Harrogate and Knaresborough, to talk about the government's view on cycle safety, Brexit, emissions and trucks.
We have made good progress on tackling carbon in our country, but that's been potentially at the expense of NOx. We now need to have a much more comprehensive approach on air quality that tackles carbon, NOx and also particulates. We have some of the safest roads in the world, and what we are trying to do is make them safer again. So it's great to see actually some of the product advances that are actually coming to help people, to help the truckers see things, give them improved sight lines either in the vehicle or cameras into the cab itself. I think we should be in the EU, and I think we benefit strongly. We have a much more secure future, secure in terms of economy and secure in terms of our actual safety as well, by being a part of the EU, so I am a strongly Remain person.
You can watch the rest of that interview with Andrew Jones on Commercial Motors' YouTube channel and hear what else he has to say about the industry. You've been watching A Week in Trucks, thanks for watching. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do. And if you're watching us on Facebook, remember to like the page.